Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Racing Pod Blast with me, Tony Mack, and Ben Aitken from Narrow in the Field. Here we are. Once again, we're off to Sandown this week on the Pod Blast. Thank you for joining us. It is the Bet365 Jumps finale. Saturday meeting as Skelton and Mullins go head to head for the trainer's title. We covered 3 races from the card, including the feature race of the day, the Bet365 Gold Cup, the Whitbread Gold Cup in old money, before heading up to Scotland for the next round of our Football Trixie Battle, top, middle and bottom, but racing first, as always, and to Sandown we go, starting with the Novices Championship final handicap hurdle due off at 120, the first of our 3 races under analysis this week. Ben, can you start us off with that one? And welcome along, mate.
Yeah, morning, Tony. Yep, the Sandown Novices catchy title of the Novices Championship final handicap hurdle. Class 2 handicap. It only been the 6 renewals of the race, but all 6 have been won by a horse fitting the following profile. Aged 4, 5 or 6, finished first or second last time out, top rated or no more than £15 below top rated, and running off a break of 35 days or less. Only 3 of the 15 runners fit that profile this year. A Serious Challenge, St Pancras, and Give It To Me, OJ. Serious Challenge comes here having landed his last 3 starts, and his trainer, Fergal O'Brien, he does well at Sandown, especially in the February to November period, so away from those deep winter months, and with his runners that start at 14 to 1 or shorter. 17 winners, 7 placed from 47 runners, 36% win strike rate, 51% win and place strike rate, over 76 points profit with backing them all. And Serious Challenge, I think he's got a decent chance of enhancing those figures here. St Pancras is also last time out winner. He won easily at Stratford last month. That run came off the back of a close second in the Grade 2 Adonis hurdle at Kempton, and also a listed win at Musselburgh. So the 4-year-old brings some strong form to the table. Still is fairly enough treated off his mark of 130, St Pancras. And Give It To Me, OJ is the other on my shortlist. He won a small field contest at Huntington last time out. That win came off the back of an excellent 4th in the Grade 1 juvenile entry at the start of this month. He's a top-rated horse in this race, and it's worth noting that 3 of the 6 renewals have been won by the top-rated horse, or a horse rated no more than £2 below the top-rated. Ones that came in off the back of a win last time out are 3 wins and 2 places from only 6 qualifiers. Give It To Me, OJ meets those stats. He looks a big player in this. All 3 I covered there, I think, have the ability to go well in this, but I'll side with Serious Challenge at around 7 to 1 or bigger, and Give It To Me, OJ at 14 to 1. So Serious Challenge and Give It To Me, OJ. That's my 2. Tony, what you got for this Novices handicap hurdle?
Well, there's 15 going to post, Ben, and I came to a short list of 1, which is Serious Challenge.
Oh, nice.
I think, and Martin St Quintin owns this as well, which is, when I remember coming to Bridlington many, many years ago, and I think he owned a restaurant here, although St Quintin's owned a restaurant in around Bridlington, and they had a horse in the 80s, very horsey people as well. Serious Challenge, he's won his last 3 races, as you say, Ben, by 2 lengths, 9 lengths, and 2 1/4 lengths, and especially on handicap, on a novice hurdle rather, last time off a mark of 128. He's still on 128, which it could well be dangerous as well coming into this handicap hurdle here. And Fergal O'Brien, he's coming back into a little bit of a form. He's had things a little bit rough this year, hasn't he, Ben? And Jonathan Burke in the saddle, he's been in and out of form. Just when you think Fergal's back and hitting form, when he goes on a bit of a lull again, unfortunately. But around 15 to 2, I think that's a cracking price with some firms paying 4 places. And I'll have a distance winner, Serious Challenge for Fergal O'Brien in this one. And as I say, I came up with just 1 on the shortlist, and he was a real standout on the shortlist as well. So moving on to the 225, the Oaksey Chase, Grade 2, over 2 miles, 6.5 furlongs. Ben, what's your fancy in the Oaksey Chase? Named after Lord Oaksey, of course.
Yep, Willie Mullins firing plenty at this one. He's got 4 of the 9 runners, including an impressive entry bull chase winner, Gaelic Warrior. Dan Skelton only has the one in opposition. He's represented by Boom Bon. The Gaelic Warrior is the obvious starting point. As I mentioned, he won the bull chase at entry last time out. That's not been the easiest race for the winner to back up the performance with a next time out win. Only 3 of the last 21 winners of the bull chase won next time out, so possibly a small niggle against Gaelic Warrior there, although Willie Mullins makes a habit of laughing at those types of stats, so it's maybe not as much of a worry as it could have been. And the only other thing I'd say is that Gaelic Warrior is meeting with officially good ground for the first time here, so a bit of an unknown there on the ground. For all, I'd be surprised if he didn't handle the ground. In truth, Gaelic Warrior is the right favourite for this, and he is the one they all have to beat. Of the others in the race, I think it's a little bit tricky to make solid cases for any of them, apart from possibly Gentleman Demi. He stepped up in trip to 2 mile 5 for the first time last time out when winning the Topham Chase entry. Steps on another furlong here, and I think he can get involved in this. February to April are his prime months. All his wins have come in these months. If you look at him during that period with Mark Walsh riding and away from heavy ground, he has 5 wins in a place from 8 starts. So he goes well under these conditions, and the 11-2 or bigger tempts me in. If Gaelic Warrior fluffs his lines, then he could be the one to take advantage. And but an each-way dart at Gentleman Demi is where I've landed on for this Oaksey Chase. Tony, what you got for the Oaksey Chase?
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? I mean, Gaelic Warrior doesn't run 2 races the same, does he? And
it's
just the thing that puts me off. There's another one in the Bet365 Gold Cup as well that don't run 2 races, and that's trained by Willie Mullins as well. They don't tend not to run 2 races the same. So I'm easily prepared to leave Gaelic Warrior at around 11-8, even though it's got Mullins and Townend associated with it. Peak Joy comes out of my shortlist as well for trainer Paul Nicholls. Harry Cobden in the saddle. He won by 10 lengths last time he was seen in the Grade 1 Ascot Chase at Ascot in February.
Funnily enough.
Beating 5 rivals by 10 lengths, including Corbett's Cross. And he won before at Ascot as well in November. So he's having quite some time off between races, is Pick Joy. So he's basically picking and choosing his races, cleverly trained by Paul Nicholls. He's around 11-4, but I'll leave that. And my 2 for the race are both Willie Mullins runners. Appreciated, who's now 11. Fair enough, he is 11. He was brought down. He was running a decent old race. I don't think he would have finished in the first 4, but he's running a decent old race. Appreciated in the Grand National. He was brought down at the 21st. He does tend to get held up in rear. He has won on good ground, and he's 2 from 5 in Grade 2 contests and hitting the frame on the other 2 occasions. So I think, and also Sean O'Keefe, jockey, has won on him and also placed on Appreciated. So kind of fancy Appreciated to run a little bit of a quiet but a big race and could hit the frame in some places, as long as we've still got the 8 runners, or 9 runners rather, in this Oaksey Chase later on. And my other one is Classic Getaway, distance winner. Danny Mullins takes the ride here. He was last seen finishing a disappointing 6th of 10, beaten 6 lengths at Cheltenham's April meeting just not so long ago, 10 days ago. He's better than that. He certainly is better than that run, finishing 6th of 10. And I fancy Classic Getaway to run a better race here in the colours of Cheveley Park Stud. So Classic Getaway and Appreciated for me, small each ways in that one. On to the big race itself, the 410 Sandown Bet365 Gold Cup. Class 1 handicap, of course. Handicap over 3 miles, 4.5 furlongs. Ben, it's the big one. What do you reckon?
Yeah, 20 runners set to go to post. 10 of them trained. by Willie Mullins. If or
controversial,
when,
go on, Ben, go for it.
Well, if or probably when he wins the UK Trainers' Championship, I suppose it won't really be an indication that he's the best trainer, which he is, but it's just going to be an indication that he's got the trainer with the most horses.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of Willie Mullins, don't get me wrong here, but I actually think it would be embarrassing for him if he didn't win the championship now. I mean, he's literally just thrown a ton of horses at this race and hoping something lands for him. And I actually think it hugely, massively detracts from his talents.
Yes, agreed.
And he's an outstanding trainer, arguably the best ever. But he's just taking a scattergun approach here. He's taking out his shotgun and he's blasting away with his eyes closed.
Did you read about what Chris Gordon said earlier in the week?
I've not really read anything, but what did he say?
He was at Plumpton. Of course, he gets his horses ready for Plumpton on Easter Monday.
And a very good trainer at targeting races.
Yes, excellent, yes. And but he was very disappointed. That's his favourite race course, he said. And why his season is usually slow to get going, and they're under a cloud of ill health. But he says, I love going to Plumpton. We've got loads of runners on Easter Monday. But, it's his neck of the woods. He's lived down there for years and years before moving to Winchester. It's like going home there for me. Brilliant prize money. But then I'm a little worried that when I get down there, it might be a bit too quick for some of my team. But he said, I've got to take on these battalions of Willie Mullins. Apparently, Mullins had a load of runners there as well at Plumpton on Easter Monday as well. I don't know how they went actually, but even Chris Gordon a little disappointed at Mullins targeting Plumpton.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have more respect for Mullins if he was like in the Bet365. He was like, okay, these 3 or 4 of the ones I think are best suited to this race. Yeah. I'm going to go into battle with them, and I'll look for more suitable opportunities from other runners. But what he's doing here, it looks desperate. And that's a shame, because Mullins could win the championship without this kind of throwing off darts at the board and see what hits the bullseye sort of approach. It's desperation, in my opinion, and it's Willie Mullins. Yeah, possibly greatest trainer in history, and it just looks like desperation. And he's got Grangeclare West at the top, 168. He's keeping 11 of the 20 out of the handicap. You know what I mean? And he's not breaking any rules. We still need to analyse it. We still need to analyse the race, but I don't know. It's getting a bit sad and a bit desperate.
I can tell, yeah. Disappointing, isn't it? It's disappointing.
He doesn't need to do it. That's the thing. He surely can go, right, this 3 look like my best chances. I'll put the other ones can go to Punchestown or whatever. But yeah, so the Mullins monopoly, we need to pick through. Somehow, I settled on a very loose shortlist of O'Moore Park, Resplendent Grey, and Victorino. O'Moore Park, he's a Mullins horse, obviously. He's run 2 big races at Cheltenham on his last 2 starts. His third at the festival behind Caldwell Potter, and it's looking particularly strong now, given the winner has since won a Grade 1 over 3 Mile 1 at the AMG National Meeting. This is O'Moore Park's first try at a proper staying trip, so he's completely unexposed at distance, but there are plenty of stamina influences in his pedigree. And he could very well improve for these sorts of trips, so he's of interest to me here, O'Moore Park. Resplendent Grey, he was last seen running 4th behind Haiti Colliers in the National Hunt Challenge Cup at Cheltenham in March. That form has obviously been boosted considerably since, the winner landing the Irish National on Monday by over 3 lengths. Resplendent Grey, he wears first-time cheek pieces here. This is only the second time over fences that he's run with headgear on. The other time came on Chase Debut Utoxeter when he won by over 5 lengths. And I'm a little surprised they've waited this long to put headgear back on him, unless this has been the plan, of course. He's 4 from 9 when wearing headgear compared to 1 from 6 without headgear. He does look like a horse who benefits for the application of headgear. Also worth noting that Resplendent Grey is 4 wins in 2 places from 6 starts in the April-October period, compared to 1 win in 2 places from 9 starts all other months, and he's possibly at his best in this late spring through to autumn sort of period. So I like the chances of a Resplendent Grey. And Victorino, the other that caught my eye, he was pulled up in the Ultima at Cheltenham last time out, but that was no surprise. He's 0 from 4 on left-handed tracks, and he's a horse that needs to go right-handed. On right-handed tracks or fences, he is 4 wins and 5 starts. He's also 2 from 2 in good ground, so he'll handle a quick ground all well. And EQB1 outrun is big odds, Victorino. But I'm going to take a swing at a couple of those I've just covered, with Resplendent Grey and O'Moore Park being the two I like. Resplendent Grey currently available at around 15 to 2 or bigger, and O'Moore Park is currently available at 20 to 1. So Resplendent Grey and O'Moore Park for me. Tony, what you got for the Bet365 Gold Cup?
I'm pleased you said Victorino, because I thought you'd had my shortlist off there in all 3. I've got O'Moore Park, mate, as well, and I've got Resplendent Grey together with Transmission, Chosen Witness, who's another Mullins horse, and Monbeg Genius as well. I think Monbeg Genius is a bit too big at around 50 to 1, I think, in some places for John Joe Neal. Richie McClernand's on board there, but they won't be my choices. I'm sticking with O'Moore Park. As you say, a decent second of 10 behind Risk in the Ground when last seen at Cheltenham in the April meeting at Cheltenham. And then before that at Cheltenham, finishing 3rd of 19, as you say, mate, behind Caldwell Potter in the Jack Richards Novices Limited Handicap Chase. That's a Grade 2, which is the old Golden Miller. Is it the old GLT, that as well? Is it? I think...
Yeah, I've lost track, mate.
Yeah, I have as well, yeah.
Changed it so many times.
Ballymore, something else as well. I don't know. But that's a good race. Obviously a good race. The old gold. I've just gone back to calling it the Golden Mill. It's had that many sponsors of it now. I think O'Moore Park, definitely in the colours of Richie as well. And definitely, and even more so after your resume on Resplendent Grey, first time cheap pieces, Ollie Murphy and Sean Bowen in the saddle there, off at 8 to 1. He was last seen at Cheltenham in the National Hunt Challenge Cup, finishing 4th of 18, beating 11 lengths behind Haiti Caloz, which looks a hell of a bit of form now, doesn't it, after the Irish National win? So, I'm definitely with you there on those two, mate. Resplendent Grey, first-time cheap pieces for Ollie Murphy at 8 to 1, and also O'Moore Park, last time out beaten favourite at Cheltenham's April meeting. He's 20 to 1. I just think 20 to 1 is far too big for O'Moore Park. So that's it. The Bet365 Gold Cup all tied up. Right now it's football time.
Oh, golly, what a boy! The great thing about loving football is you cannot explain why you love it. It just happens. Chasing a ball round a park, wanting one team to win against the other.
El Mahoney, right foot, whips it. Oh, JEEZY Peeps, man.
JEEZY Peeps. All right, yes, it's time for round 36. Round 36. Top, middle, and bottom.
It's almost over.
Eh?
It's almost over. It's almost over, Tony.
Here's an update on the current state of play, please, Ben. And we still didn't get an invite to the Clyde end of season party, which we're not.
Gone.
No, we wouldn't have gone.
Nah. No winners for me last week. One winner for you. -4 for us both. Current totals: me plus 12.09, Tony minus 52.51.
Oh.
Quickly on to this week, still middle and bottom. Top for me, Dunfermline to beat Airdrie at evens. Dunfermline have been decent at home this season, while Airdrie have been poor away from home. I'll take that to continue here, so a Dunfermline win for me. Middle, Queen of the South to beat Stenhousemuir at 10 to 11. Queen of the South are the form team in the league, in League One just now. 5 wins in our last 6, scoring 14, conceding only 5. Stenhousemuir are winless in 7, scoring only 5 and conceding 16. And with Queen of the South still having a chance of finishing second, I'll take them to continue their strong form with a win here, Queen of the South. In bottom, Peterhead to beat East Fife at evens. Peterhead win this, they win the league. The stats do favour them. They've won 8 of the last 10 home matches. They've drawn the other 2. 21 goals scored, only 6 conceded. In the last 10 matches between the two teams, Peterhead have won 4 and only lost 1. So Peterhead for the win to round out my top, middle and bottom, which is top Dunfermline, middle, Queen of the South, and bottom Peterhead. Tony, what you got?
I'm going to disagree with a couple here. I'm going for Dunfermline and Airdrie to draw, 23-10. Both teams are pretty much confirmed to finish in their current position, so I'll take them to play out a ball draw. Here, Dunfermline and Airdrie. The middle is Alloa and Montrose. I'm 52 points down. People have switched off already. Don't realise that, do you? Alloa and Montrose to draw at 11-4 is my middle one. These two are draw specialists in the division. 12 draws so far for Alloa and 13 draws for Montrose. Must be like watching Burnley. 4 of the last 6 matches between the pair have also been draws. So I'm banking on this one ending as a draw. Bottom, East 5 to beat Peterhead. I'm going against you here, 11-5. Taking East 5 to get the win and keep the league title alive in the final rounds of matches. So East 5 for the win in the bottom section. There you go. Alloa and Montrose and Dunfermline and Airdrie to draw in the middle and top bits. All right, many thanks for listening to the latest edition of the Racing Podblast. Very best luck with your bets at Sandown this week, and catch me on 3B's Radio Bridlington every morning from Monday to Friday and from 6, and a bit of racing news in there, and you can catch more from Ben over on narrowinthefield.co.uk. That is narrowinthefield.co.uk. Cheers, Ben. Have a lovely weekend.
Cheers, Tony. You do it.
And thanks for listening, everyone. Cheers now.